they can't go to school, they can't get good medication. And I said,
Billion, you're doing such an amazing job in this community. And I know for someone to do such a job and passionately, there must be some compelling reasons or some compelling experience that pushes you to want to do what you do. What would you say is that thing that pushes you to work in
I think that thing that pushes me to do what I do is one opportunity that I got from a stranger. Yeah, Professor Wanyande, we'd never met. We met after school, and he came through to change the script of my life, and that has always been my drive in life, to change the script of somebody's life in whichever capacity. So for me, that was a why. But the second why was when we lost my parents. My sister decided to get married, and they moved with their husband to Kibra. She was barely 18. She was too young for marriage. But now she needed an exit plan to be able to support us, my follower sister. And while they were staying in Kibra, she fell sick. She had 2 kids. The last born was just 3 months. She fell sick. She had cerebral malaria, and the husband was not able to take care of taking her to the hospital. So I think at the beginning of it all, they were just buying medicine from what most of us do here in the community, over the counter. And when it got bad, she was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. When I went to see my sister, she was tied with ropes on the bed, and she couldn't speak. She was just crying. And for me, that was a deal breaker, because I knew there are thousands of kids from such backgrounds that the system took away their dignity, and they can't go to school, they can't get good medication. And I said, that I know I can't bring her back, but I'll try to change as many lives as I can, to honor her, because if she was around and I was in this position, she would be alive now. And because she's not, I'll want to see as many kids as possible go to school. I'll create as many opportunities as possible, just as a way of honoring the sacrifices she made. Yeah, so for me, that was the turning point. And I started now the foundation to support young people, but also while doing this, I realized that, some of these changes are deeply rooted into systems. There are people who sit in parliament, people who sit in big positions that can't relate with the things that are happening here. Never. So those are some of the things that made me want to join politics and be able to argue based on my story. And my story could be not even half of what many people, young people, go through here. There are people who've lost the whole family, young people being shot by the police. And not because they choose that path, but because the opportunities that they have are so minimal. Nobody, and each and every day they wake up and feeling that nobody cares about them. Yeah, so that has been my motivation in life, and I wake up knowing that it's a new day, it's another chance to make things better, not just for myself, but for the coming generations.
Wow, I think you're a hero in this community, just what you're doing, and even just the fact that you are able to come from this community and go to the level where you're at, that now you're able also to help pull others up. I think that is so admirable. And you've also told us that it's education, it's through education that was able to change your life. I don't know, after university, did you just get a job directly, or how did you get here? Because there's so many people who go to university and they don't get to move past that and get a good job and start something.
So after high school, I think my story started after high school. After high school, I came back. I was working at my auntie's restaurant, helping with the kibanda ones, helping with serving tea in the morning and serving lunch at lunchtime. And then I started doing the promotion jobs. So I'm one of the people who promoted the Bamba 10, Bamba 20 that you see. And then we moved from now the promotion of Safaricom promotions. Now we started doing the BAT, then the BAT. So I did cigarettes promotions in clubs. So I know most of the old clubs around Nairobi and Mlolongo, because we used to go to the clubs at night to promote the cigarette brands. While I was doing that, I was doing my music, but also running my organization. And in 2012, I won a Young Kenyan Service Award by Rotary Club, and I was able to get a scholarship to go to college now and do project management. So that's how it happened. So while doing that now, I knew my biggest investment was friendship. So I heavily invest in friendship, and because the connections that I have come from friends. So post that, I started applying for Mandela Washington Fellowship. I tell guys I applied 4 times. The first one in 2014, I didn't get it. The second one in 2015, I didn't get it. I skipped 2016. I applied in 2017, I didn't get it. I applied in 2018, I was picked. And even with the panel, I told them, you know what, that was my last shot. I told them, this is my last shot. And because there was an alumni on the panel, I asked the alumni, I just want to know the experience on that other side. So I stopped imagining my own things. Then he told me, I think you're doing a good job in your community. And I think those years that you've never got it have been able to shape you to a better leader. And I think if I compare the first year that I applied, the priorities and the things I wanted to go to do in the US and the things that were my priorities in 2018 were totally different. I wanted to go have fun in 2014. In 2018, I needed a connection. I needed to build a better community and learn. So that has been my journey in leadership. And after Mandela Washington, I came back and resigned as a Kano Youth National Chairman and focused on now the local politics, trying to build the capacity in my community and trying to see if I can run for the position of Member of Parliament. And yeah, it came through. We didn't win, but we won as a community because the people who shared the same passion with me rallied behind me. I was those candidates that you never expected would get anything, because I was not moneyed. I'm not moneyed, and I am not famous. So the people that I was running against, some of them were famous, some of them were moneyed. But the community stood by my side.
And how was the experience that you had, like when you were picked as a fellow? How was that experience going to the United States, and did you get what you were looking for through the fellowship?